Microsoft is dropping an update that will change the trajectory of Xbox forever. What's up, y'all? I'm Ray. This is my channel, Xbox Ready, where I get on multiple times a week to talk about the latest Xbox news, rumors, pretty much anything I want to talk about as long as it's about Xbox in some way. And today we're going to be talking about an Xbox update coming in November that may seem kind of like, whatever, who cares at first, but I promise it's going to have huge implications for whatever Xbox does going into the future. You see, Microsoft, Xbox, they've been very upfront ever since they announced that they were going to buy Activision Blizzard King in terms of this ambition that they have of breaking into the mobile gaming space. During all of the reviews of their acquisition of Activision Blizzard, they were like, yeah, Call of Duty is cool and all, that's a major get for us, but what we really want to do is use the assets that we get from this deal, especially the King stuff, to break into the mobile gaming space in a way that we just haven't been able to up until this point. There's been a lot of ups and downs since then, a lot of wrenches thrown into the Xbox mobile gaming strategy. But nonetheless, they've still been working on it, quietly tweaking things, getting ready. Like in September when they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of the Game Pass standalone app and we're folding all of that stuff into just the regular Xbox app. But earlier this week, Xbox got a major win and it didn't even have to show up at court. They let Epic Games do all the work for them. That's right, this lawsuit that Epic brought against Google ended up working out in favor of them. They ruled that the Google Store on Android is an illegal monopoly. And they said, Google, no more of this. You gotta open up your platform to third-party apps for at least the next 3 years. You'll also have to distribute rival third-party app stores within Google Play. And it must give rival third-party app stores access to the full catalog of Google Play apps unless the developers opt out individually. That's not even the biggest stuff, at least related to Xbox. They also have to stop requiring Google Play billing for apps distributed on the Google Play Store, let Android developers tell users about other ways to pay from within the App Store, and all sorts of other stuff. Now, fast forward just a couple of days later, and Sarah Bond hops on Twitter. She's like, yeah, the ruling earlier this week, it's going to be huge for Xbox, and starting in November, you'll be able to buy games directly through the Xbox app and play them immediately after you buy them. That's going to be huge. That's what I've been wanting in terms of the Xbox app on my phone. One app that lets me buy games, play games, stream games, access my Game Pass stuff, and in just a couple of weeks, that's going to be a reality. Now, I do see some confusion going on, like, why couldn't they do this before? You're able to buy games on Steam, or like the PlayStation app. And this person in the comments on this Verge article reminded me, you were at one point able to do that. You could buy games through the Xbox app. But in 2020, when they introduced Remote Play, that's when things got tricky, because now you have an app that you can buy games and play games through. That's when Xbox was going to get in trouble. That's when Google was going to step in and be like, okay, pay up 30-40% for every game that you sell through your app, which, given all of the other fees that Xbox has to take care of, that's just not something that's feasible. Now they can bypass all of that. Now they can effectively turn every Android phone into a little tiny Xbox. This is the final evolution of that drum that they keep beating of, oh, you can play your games whenever and however you want, even on the go, even on your phone. Now, Ray, hold up. Isn't this just like the Amazon Fire Stick stuff or the Gaming Hub on Samsung TVs? Well, no, again, this is the final evolution of it. Yes, whatever games that you buy and you play through the Xbox app on Android come November, it's still going to be using that cloud gaming tech. But unlike the Fire Stick or the apps that are coming out on certain Samsung TVs, you're not going to be tied to just playing games on the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate library. I feel like that's something really big that's just being glossed over. Xbox has been saying forever, oh no, we're working on a way to, stream games that you own through the cloud. We're working on it, it's coming out soon. And when I look at the language that Sarah Bond is using in this tweet, I feel like come November, it's finally gonna be here. Because she's saying, hey, yeah, any game that you buy through the Xbox storefront, you can play immediately. Not just Xbox first-party games, not just games in the Game Pass library, any game. All right, it might be a little bit of a stretch to say that you'll be able to buy and stream any game through this Xbox Android app. Tom Warren put out this article saying that it's going to encompass potentially thousands of Xbox games, but certain publishers are going to hold back games due to licensing requirements and deals. So even though there might be some gaps in terms of the games you're able to buy and stream to this app, it's still overall good news that you'll be able to stream games from your library, games that you personally own. Sarah Bond reiterated that when she said, once Microsoft's work to enable a full game library on Xbox cloud gaming is complete, you'll be able to purchase an Xbox game on Android and immediately stream it to your device. This is a huge cloud gaming feature that's just been missing for the past 4 years. Apparently, it was supposed to launch back in 2020. That didn't happen. And then they were like, no, you'll be able to stream games from your library, games that you own starting in 2022. That didn't happen. This is something that Google Stadia, rest in peace, figured out in its short little life. So it always confused me why Xbox was not able to do the same to some degree, not even with their first-party games. This is going to go a long way in making Xbox cloud gaming just feel more feature complete. And it's something that I hope they bring to other places where people might use Xbox cloud gaming. This is something that actually came up the other day for me and my wife. Fans of the channel will remember that she likes to use the Amazon Fire Stick downstairs to play Disney Dreamlight Valley. But not too long ago, Cat Quest 3 came out, and she was like, would I be able to play Cat Quest 3 on my Fire Stick? And I said, ooh, well, no, because Cat Quest 3 is not on the Game Pass Ultimate library, therefore you cannot stream it to your Fire Stick, because that's all you have access to. Which, of course, was kind of a letdown for her. I felt a little bad. And if my wife, who is a pretty casual gamer compared to most people who are into this kind of stuff, especially Xbox cloud gaming, is asking for a way to stream her own games, I'm sure there are plenty other of people that feel the same way. The Xbox app, especially how it's going to appear on Android devices, should be the standard. It should be that way on any device that they choose to launch on, whether it's the Fire Stick, whether it's the Gaming Hub on Samsung, or any other TV or thing that they want to put the Xbox app on. It should be a unified, just across the board, same experience no matter where you boot it up. It's an exciting opportunity for them because as much as people want to say like, oh, screw them for devaluing hardware and all that stuff, people are interested in the idea of an Xbox app. The videos that I did on the Fire Stick especially are doing crazy well in comparison to anything I've ever done on this channel. So I can only assume that that's going to carry over to a new look app on phones. But we know that Microsoft isn't stopping there. They're also working on a mobile storefront that you can use on browsers. It was supposed to come out in July, and 3 months later in October, it's still nowhere to be found. Apparently testing for it is going well, though. It's going to only have deals and in-game items at first, but then it's going to expand to being able to buy first-party games. I don't know why they're trying to make a web-based version of a storefront when they have the Xbox app on PC especially. Maybe this is more of a play for Mac devices in order to sidestep the Apple Store, but that's something to keep an eye on as well. There's been so much talk about how Xbox is being outsold by PlayStation once again for the second generation in a row. How are they going to make up for that difference? Oh, is Xbox cooked? It's not the perfect solution, but turning an Android phone into an Xbox Lite is going to go a long way in growing that Xbox player base without having to sell them a console. It's common knowledge at this point that no one really wants to sell you a console. All these platform holders, they make hardware, they make consoles because, well, they want you to buy games through their storefront, which is where the real money is. So even though Microsoft Xbox, they're lagging behind in terms of their hardware sales, they're still working hard to find these ways to get people to buy their games and subscribe to their services, even if they don't have an Xbox console. I know that's a sensitive subject for people. Oh, like once you start putting your games on phones and on the Fire Stick, what does that mean for the Xbox console? You're devaluing your hardware. And while yes, to a certain degree, I do agree with that, I don't think Xbox has much of a choice at this point. The options are go on a generational run and pray to God that the next generation of Xbox hardware outsells the PS6 by like 3 or 4 times, or figure something else out, like having a mobile gaming storefront. I do understand the concerns though, because, well, no one wants to see Xbox, the Xbox, turn into like this peddler of crappy mobile games. The ideal situation here is for Xbox to bring a console-level gaming experience to our phones. I think I could say with a lot of confidence that no one, and I mean no one, wants to see Xbox just abandon hardware, abandon what they're doing with their studios, and then just pump out crappy phone games. I don't think that there's an immediate fear of that. Oh, the Fire Stick, these apps that they're putting on TVs, and now this app that they're putting on Android phones, it's going to replace our Xbox consoles. They're not even going to bother with it anymore. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because number one, the tech just isn't there yet. Yeah, it's cool that you can buy games through the app and you can stream them after you buy them, but it's still dependent on cloud gaming, which is very up and down. Cloud gaming, to put it simply, is not on par with an experience that you would even get on a Series S. nuts. I don't know if it's ever going to be on par with a native console experience, but until that day comes, they can't get rid of consoles. That would be stupid. On top of that, they've already cultivated over almost 25 years at this point an audience that plays exclusively on consoles. And yes, I know Xbox is much more than consoles at this point. They're about PC, they're about cloud, they're about to break into mobile gaming. But there's still millions and millions of people who would prefer to play Xbox games on an Xbox. It is a massive chunk of their fan base, and they said, no, we're not going to do consoles anymore. We're just going to do phone stuff and PC stuff. They would be throwing away that audience that is extremely loyal, first of all, and an entire market of people that would prefer to play their games on console, on a couch, on a TV. People don't want to fuss with buying or building their own PC. I think this is a big win for Xbox, and I think it's going to be good in the long run. But my hope is that they stick to their mantra of, oh, we want to give people the option to play their games however they want, whenever they want, which hopefully includes the crowd of, oh, I want to play my games on a console, on a disc, not just, oh, I want to stream my games to my phone and that's it. There is a possibility that Google appeals this decision and they're forced to go back to square one, but the fact that Sarah Bond kind of took like 5 or 6 days to come out with a statement on X signals to me that they're feeling pretty good about having this update roll out in November. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking at buying an Android phone for the first time in years. I'm like, oh, maybe I should get a Google Pixel, maybe I should get a Galaxy so I can have access to this new look Xbox app. Having something like this is going to be the perfect stopgap until we get an Xbox handheld. Yeah, it's something I can already do now. Like, I could be playing a game on my Xbox, I could switch to my PC, and then if I go out and I still want to be playing, whether I'm on the train or a road trip or something like that, I could pull up Xbox Cloud Gaming, sure. But what if, I don't know, I was out and about and I saw that Metaphor ReFantazio was out and it's not on the Game Pass library? Come November, I'd be able to go into the Xbox app, buy it, and immediately start playing. A seamless Xbox experience that's all in one app, not segmented throughout 3. Again, I know that people are gonna have mixed feelings about this, and I know that people are gonna be in the comments being like, who cares, this isn't very big news. This is the culmination of years and years of work and planning and billions of dollars spent. So hopefully Xbox takes advantage of this break that they got from Epic versus Google and delivers on a really awesome Xbox experience over on the Android side. Hopefully it makes its way on over to Apple devices, but in the meantime, I still think this is a major win for Xbox, and I can't wait to see what comes from it. Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff I have to talk about today. Thanks so much for joining me for another edition of Xbox Ready. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing. Help me out on my journey to 200,000 subs. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.